you think Generation X is just cynical and forgotten, you are completely wrong. They secretly weaponize their childhood isolation into a psychological shield. Behavioral scientists call this adaptive detachment. If you do not understand this survival mechanism, modern society will continue to bleed your energy dry. To steal their invisible armor, let's decode 3 hidden levels. First, look at the historical timeline of an introverted teenager in 1989. Let's call him Marcus. Marcus was a latchkey kid. Both of his parents worked, leaving him completely alone in an empty house for hours every single day. His massive obstacle was profound emotional isolation. But his tactic was brilliant. Instead of breaking down, he developed cold self-reliance. He stopped expecting rescue and built an impenetrable fortress in his own mind. He solved his own problems in pure silence. Your constant burnout right now stems from a dangerous expectation. You wait for external validation and help, while they expect absolutely nothing from anyone. Secondly, we must examine the clinical reality of this independence. In the book The Generation Myth, researchers prove that constant historical instability wired the Generation X brain for a strict internal locus of control. You grew up in a modern culture that overshares every tiny emotion, making you desperately vulnerable. The superficial crowd constantly weaponizes your empathy, draining you daily. But this older generation views oversharing as a fatal weakness. They keep their inner world locked behind heavy steel doors. Here is the undeniable truth. Their silence is not emptiness. It is the absolute refusal to give you the ammunition to destroy them. Third, let's look at your daily physical reality. Imagine you are standing in a chaotic, high-pressure office. Your boss is screaming, deadlines are crashing, and the younger crowd is having a collective panic attack. You feel a heavy, crushing weight on your chest, absorbing everyone's toxic stress. Then you look at the Generation X employee in the corner. He is slowly sipping his coffee. His face is completely blank. He does exactly what is required, logs off, and walks away without absorbing a single drop of that panic. Have you noticed this? You are physically exhausted by caring about everything, while they selectively deploy their empathy only when it truly matters. To acquire this untouchable peace, you must understand their neurological trick. They survive chaos because they strictly sever the emotional link between an event and their reaction, which instantly stops cortisol production. You must artificially recreate this wall. Use the observation protocol. When artificial panic erupts around you, force your body to physically step back for exactly 10 seconds. Do not speak. Treat the chaotic situation like a muted movie you are watching, not a crisis you are trapped in. This localized emotional cutoff successfully bypasses your anxiety trigger. It actively builds your adaptive detachment, giving you total immunity to emotional vampires. You now possess their quiet control. That is why YouTube chose this exact video for you. Watch it.